Welcome everybody to SoccerBeat. I am Kurt, your host for today, and I'm joined by Dzenan Zajmovic, the former TS Galaxy player. Guys, please, if you're watching this right now, hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, guys. We've got a big prize coming once we get to 100K. We just got 50K, so thank you all very much for watching and for enjoying the show. And it's you guys and the support that you give us that allows us to get these kinds of guests. So welcome to the show, firstly, Dzenan.
Thank you so much for having me on the show, and it's a nice pronunciation of the name. So yeah, that's also nice to hear it the good way. Yeah.
Yep, a lot of people say Zajmovic, but it's Zajmovic,
Yeah,
right?
Zajmovic or Dzenan or D, or it's like Dzenan. It's like a J. It's a DZ, but it's like a J. Dzenan Zajmovic.
So, Dzenan, lots of people watching this will be wondering why you left TS Galaxy after a very good first season in South Africa, 11 goals, a couple of assists. So can you just explain to our audience why you left?
I have to say it was 12 goals, not 11. They took one goal. I scored the goal against the Royal AN, and they took that goal away from me. I also had an assist, so I had to correct you. It was 12 goals.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I had a 2 seasons contract. I signed for 2 seasons. And yeah, as you probably know, there were some visa difficulties with for my wife and kids. But I didn't know it would go the way it went, because I paid for the visas like a long time ago, like 6 months ago, 7 months ago. I paid. It was the team manager from TS Galaxy. Like, she said to me, she connected me with an agent. She said, yeah, you have to go through this agent, and that he will sort out the visas for your wife and the kids. I said, no problem at all. I paid out of my own pocket for the visas and everything. And just the weeks went by, months went by, and nothing happened. I kept calling the team manager, the agent. I was like, guys, what's happening? Like, there's still nothing. And then when I went back home to Belgium, at the immigration, they just stopped us, and then they asked like some questions, and they said like, yeah, possibly you can have a ban, like not me but my wife and kids, if you don't do this and this and this. So then again, I called the team manager, I called the chairman, Mr. Tim Sukazi, I called the coach, I called the agent again. Then we all spoke, but nothing happened. The agent, he didn't do anything. He just basically he took my money, and he didn't do a thing. So basically, I just got scammed. So that's the way it is. Yeah, I have evidence on my phone that I paid him. I did everything. And my wife, they have like Belgian and a US passport. So it should not be a problem, to enter South Africa or to stay a long time. So it's not about their passport not being valid or something. It's just me being scammed by an agent. But yeah, I was connected to that agent through TS Galaxy, through the team manager of the club. So I don't think it's my fault. And I paid out of my own pocket. Nothing happened. And still now like some clubs are calling me from South Africa, and I explained the whole situation. Like, yeah, what about my wife? What about the kids? And now the clubs that are calling me, they're convincing me like, no, we're gonna handle it. It's just gonna take 3 to 4 weeks or something. So to be honest, I don't know who to believe and who is lying, who's telling the truth. So I don't know what to say.
Well, and was this agent a part of the deal that got you to TS Galaxy?
No, it was not an agent. It was not a football agent. It was an agent. He's doing only visas. He does the visas for like the big teams, like when they have away matches. He does the visas for Sundowns, for Orlando, for Stellenbosch, also for the national team. And this agent, he's not a football agent. He's only an agent for visas. And they said, yeah, you can contact this guy. And I've contacted him. I called him. He came to our apartment in Joburg. I paid the guy immediately. He said, yeah, you have to give the money immediately. I said, okay, it's not a problem, just as you fix it. And I told you, the weeks went by, nothing happened. And I was like, how is this possible? So maybe if another agent takes it, or another club, I don't know. It's difficult.
Well, you would think that, and we're going to come on to the big three and the rumors that you've squashed. Obviously, we saw an interview that you did with Kickoff in which you said that there hadn't been contact from clubs or the big three clubs. Because we actually did a show on our SoccerBeat channel recently where we talked about the potential of you going to Kaizer Chiefs or the potential of Pirates. And lots of fans in the comment sections were saying, we'd love him to join us at Chiefs. And the people on our show, guys who worked for Chiefs and played for Chiefs, club legends, were saying they would love to have you at Chiefs. And they thought that if you are a free agent indeed, then the Chiefs should go for you. But you say that there hasn't been any contact from Chiefs or any of the Pirates, Sundowns, nothing.
As you told, also like a lot of fans are contacting me, like, and they contacted me also before, like a month ago or 2 months. Yeah, you have to come to our club. And also, if club legends say, and people who played for the club, who coached the club, if all they all think alike, then it has some meaning. It's not just some guy in the street that's saying something, but it's not my call. I cannot call my own. Say, Zajmovic, you have to come. It's, you know who decides, who takes this decision. So for me, it's strange. It's not because I had a good season, a solid season. As I told you, I had 12 goals. I had some assists. I helped the club in every way, like defensively, with my goals. And to not be like contacted by those clubs, I don't know what to say. It's strange. I don't know. I don't know why.
Would you not, from your side, then try and make contact with a club like Kaizer Chiefs? Where, by the way, we all know that Chiefs' biggest problem last season, or at least one of their biggest problems, was goal scoring. They didn't score enough goals. They created lots of chances, but they could not finish. So would you or someone working closely with you, potentially an agent, not contact Chiefs and sort of throw your name in the hat?
Yeah, but the problem is maybe I'm just saying maybe because I also don't have an agent, like an official agent.
Okay.
And maybe that's also a problem. There've been some agents that called me that they want to cooperate with me, but I had a lot of bad experiences with agents in the past, and I don't have an official agent who can say that I can say, okay, I have an agent, he's representing me in South Africa, worldwide. Maybe that's also the case. I don't know, but for me, logical, I would think, okay, it's not difficult to contact me. You can get my number through one or two people max. So you can get easily to me. So if they really wanted me, they would contact me. That's how I think. I don't want to beg someone or some club, you guys, you have to sign me. That's not how it goes. So
I mean, just for any of those clubs who might be watching, I just contacted Dzenan on Instagram, so you can do the same. And you gave me your number very quickly.
That's a good one. Yeah.
But
if Chelsea
okay,
or Man United are watching, yeah.
All right, so obviously there were those rumors, and you said that there's been no contact, and that's fair enough. I mean, it's surprising for me as well, because of the season that you just had. You've clearly proven yourself in South Africa, so it is surprising. And who knows? I mean, there's still a long way to go. The transfer window still will be open for a while, and I would imagine that if one of those big three, if Kaizer Chiefs were to come in for you, they'd be able to have someone sort of sort out those visa issues. I think that it would be done quite professionally. You would almost imagine or back a club like Chiefs to get all of those things sorted. But I mean, I think you would be a great fit for the club. And like I said, it's not it doesn't take a rocket scientist to sort of look at Chiefs and figure out where their problems are. Do you see yourself as a sort of out and out center forward? Because you obviously like to drop into like sort of deeper positions as well. Do you think that maybe it's maybe just a matter of that Chiefs have been looking for that sort of out and out number 9, and not someone who sort of maybe links midfield with attack?
I don't think that's the case. Why they didn't contact me, I don't think that's the case. I see myself as a number 9. I work at number 9. But because I play for TS Galaxy, I didn't play for let's say Sundowns or some team that's creating like 20 chances a game. When you play for a team as TS Galaxy, you also have to think about defense more than when you play for
Yes.
a Sundowns or Orlando. Is the way it is, and maybe because I was sacrificing myself for the team. I was running back, chasing midfielders, but sometimes I also don't want to chase the midfielder or do the running. But you have to do it when you play for a team like TS Galaxy. That's always, not always, but we have to also be honest. It's not one of the bigger teams in South Africa. So, but me, I see myself as a number 9. I feel best when I'm close to the goal in the box, where I can finish in 1 touch, 2 touch, where I can link play, where I can assist. I feel most comfortable at number 9. So I don't think that's the case. Maybe I also spoke with one guy. He's also he's a big name like in South Africa and in football. He said, yeah, maybe because of the age. I said, age? I was like shocked, I was like, huh? My peak has still to come. I'm still 30,
No.
It's like I have 7, 8 seasons more left. I'm fit. I take care of my body. And he said, maybe the big teams. He said, that's the only thing I can think about is maybe the age. So I was really shocked. I don't think, maybe they also think in that way, but I said, 30, I have 6, 7 seasons to go. I'm shocked. I'm fit. So I adapted well. I adapted easily. You have some guys that have quality. They don't adapt. They come from some countries. I don't know. They don't speak English, or they speak English. They don't want to adapt to the culture, to the people, to everything about South Africa. And then they have difficulties, even if they have quality, but they cannot adapt. So that's also a quality, to adapt to league, to the people, to the people's mentality. But yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
And by the way,
I
they
don't know.
just signed Flavio Silva, the striker, who's I think 29 years old. So I don't think it would be an age issue. I know that there are lots of players in South Africa who have sort of voiced their concerns over club policy, or at least the big 3 not wanting to sign players 30 and above, or considering players 30 and above old. Now that of course doesn't happen with all players at that age. But there have been a few players who've talked about it. In fact, recently your former teammate, Keagan Dolly, just talked about that in a recent interview.
Yeah, what did he say?
So that is a thing in South Africa. He said something along those lines of, clubs will consider players 30 and above as sort of old players, and they sort of ignore them or overlook them. They don't consider them as options. So maybe that's where they are coming from. That might be a good point, but it's not something that most football fans would agree with. I certainly wouldn't. But yeah, I mean, I think that if you had to play for a club like Chiefs, where they create loads and loads of chances, and you were able to just stay in that box and focus on goal scoring, you would get those numbers to maybe 15, 16, 17.
Yeah, because it's also easier when you play for a better team, let's say the top 3, or it's way easier for a number 9 because you get more chances. When you play for a club as TS Galaxy, maybe you have 1 chance in a game, maybe not even 1. But when you play for a bigger team, you have sometimes 4, 5, 6 chances, and it's way easier. That's my opinion. Because I watched also Sundowns. I watched a lot of games of them. Also, they win sometimes with 5-0 with and when you're number 9, you're there. But also about the age issue, for me it also depends on the position on the field. Like when you are a left back or right back or on the sides, then I can imagine, okay, you need a guy that's young that can go all the way like 90 minutes up and down. But let's say if you're goalkeepers, they can play until they're 50, by the way of speaking. Also number 9. When you watch around the world, all the number 9s, their peak is when they reach 30 and above. That's when they reach their peak. All the good number 9s, from Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Lewandowski, Ronaldo, all the big names, Kane, when they reach like 29, 30, then is their peak. So yeah, it's their way of thinking of the clubs.
I've seen you say that one of your idols, Edin Dzeko, who, is 30, he must be in his late 30s. I know he's in his late 30s.
39, I think. He just signed a 2-year contract. He's 39.
So if clubs in Europe can do that,
Yeah.
why can't clubs in South Africa do that? I don't understand it.
I don't know. And you have to think not only about football, but you also have to think about people, players like 29, 30. they also have some experience. And
Yes.
let's say if that player is a positive guy, he's a good influence on the changing room, you also have to take that in consideration, because that also plays a huge role in winning games, in just yeah. But it's not my thing to speak about. It's the clubs and
As we said, who knows? There's still time to go. But
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna put you on the spot. I'm gonna put you on the spot,
That's a good
and
way. Yeah, yeah. As I
I'm
told
gonna
you,
put you
with
on
the
the.
big teams, Man United and Chelsea, if they watch it, they
But
can
I'm gonna
contact
put you on
me.
the spot, and I'm gonna say, if tomorrow you were to receive a call from Kaizer Junior at Kaizer Chiefs, and he said, "We want you to come play for us," what's your reaction to that call?
A lot of people are watching. I cannot say it, but it's not difficult to get the answer. It's not difficult, I think.
All right. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. We'll
Yeah,
take
yeah,
that
yeah.
as a yes. We'll take that as a yes.
I don't know.
Um,
You can take it how you want.
and you say that you have had offers from other clubs in South Africa.
Two clubs contacted me. One was like really, I'm still like negotiating with them. They
Okay.
really want me. They're respecting me. They value me. They love me as a player, and they show respect. And there was another club. Also, the chairman of the club, he called me, and I said what these guys. You have to speak honestly. Sometimes it's also about finances and about that. And I said, yeah, these guys, they value me. They give me this and that because they think I can help the team so much. And he didn't even call me back when I told him about the details. So, but
Oh
yeah,
wow.
that was
Okay.
the two clubs. Yeah, like the two. Yeah, I don't want
Uh,
to throw any names, but yeah.
And what did you think of the standard in South Africa? I mean, you adapted very easily, and as you said, that's a skill in its own. What did you think of the standard compared to some of the leagues that
Football
you've played
wise,
in before? Football
yeah,
wise.
football wise. Oh, it's physical in a way. Lots of running. That's the way. Like lots of up and downs. We had a game against I think against Polokwane this season at home. We played against Polokwane at Mombela, and believe me, that game I think we had I don't know how many sprints, how many like long distance, like in a sprint, like because it was just up and down.
Yeah.
We come to the
Fast paced sort
16,
of ping
yeah. We
pong
come to the
football.
box, we lose the ball, then they do the same. They lose the ball, we do the same, and then they. It was just up and down. I think in Europe it's like more balanced. I think it's more balanced, and I think that's also my opinion. Like you have to have a good balance between like those players with that mentality, like European players, and those players that can uh, like play 90 minutes in a transition. You have to have because if you have like 11 guys or 10 guys that play that are only running, you don't have guys that are thinking. It's not going to work out.
Yeah. You
You
need
have to
someone
have a good
to put
balance.
their yeah, you need someone to put their
Yeah,
foot on the ball and
yeah,
control the
yeah.
tempo of the game. Yeah.
But also the guys that can run in Europe, they love these guys. Like I can imagine that some European clubs they would love to have some South African players in their team. I can imagine because the guys they don't stop. They're skillful. When people are asking me what about South Africa, I say those guys they're skillful. They have skills. They can run. They have the physique. But it's it's like the finishing touch or something. But if you have two or three guys in a team, they can help you in a lots of ways. So it's all about balance, I think. And I think I balance myself, like because I saw my teammates what they do. I say, okay, if they do the running, I will then stay. Or it was about like yeah, finding the good teammate to play with, like a 1-2 or a.
Keagan Dolly, obviously, big player in South Africa, high profile player. He obviously played in France in Ligue 1, and then he was playing for Sundowns, for Chiefs. What was it like playing with Keagan Dolly? Obviously, he's left TS Galaxy himself, and he'll be looking for a new club too. But what was it like sharing a dressing room with him? And what did you think about his quality as a player?
I was not in contact with him. Did he sign? He didn't sign any. Didn't sign. No. For the
No,
club.
no,
Didn't sign
no.
it. Yeah, that's also an issue. That's also an issue for me because he's fit. He showed that he's fit. He's a good player. Obviously, he wouldn't play in the teams that he played if he wasn't a quality player. And nobody's calling him. So that's also strange, So yeah,
Very strange.
it was nice. He's a positive guy, always joking, always laughing, always. And by end of the day, he's a good football player. That's most important,
Okay.
So when he's without a club, I'm saying, okay, maybe the clubs they think that way. So
Yeah.
you can't change them. But no, it was a good experience with Keagan Dolly.
And what was it like playing against the big three? I know you missed both of the games against Pirates. Am I right?
Yeah.
In the Betway Premiership, but you played against Sundowns twice. You got the assist, I think it was, for the winning goal when you guys beat Sundowns.
Yeah, at home.
And then you played against Chiefs twice. I think both 1-1 draws. What was that level like? Playing against Chiefs, playing against Sundowns.
Yeah, twice.
What was that experience?
Yeah. Orlando, I missed both. Yeah, one was a suspension, and one was the last game. Yeah. The Chiefs, to play against Chiefs is really a nice night, a really nice feeling because the stadium is packed. 1 hour before the stadium, like people are already coming, they're singing, they're dancing. So it's always a nice feeling to play against that team. But it was easier to play against Chiefs because quality-wise they were like closer to us. So it was easier to play. But when we played against Sundowns, also at home, we've won them. We've won them, but we played like really defensive. We played like a low block. So also me, I'm a number 9, but when you play against Sundowns, I have to play what the coach tells me to play. I have to play in a low block. I also sometimes I can also say, okay, I'll just be up front. I'll just wait for the ball to come and then I will do something. But when you play against Sundowns, even at home or in a away game, when you watch those games, we were just like in 2 blocks. Like you have a defensive block and you just have to defend like 90 minutes, especially at home. We succeed at our plan. We defended, and then we had one chance. We scored the one chance, but we have to be honest. They had the ball position. We cannot say, okay, we were
of course
playing tiki-taka. We were playing with them. No, that was not the case. You just have to. In those games, you have to defend. And then some guys are playing. They're saying, yeah, you're maybe a more midfield player. I said, no, I'm not a midfield player. But in those games, you have to defend. If you want to win, you have to defend. So it was more difficult to play against Sundowns.
I mean, by the way, they did that to Dortmund. I mean, they kept ball possession, or they kept most of the ball against Dortmund in the Club World Cup. So they can do that to a lot of teams, not just TS Galaxy.
Obviously.
I mean, that's
yeah.
a quality side. And then just finally, we've got, there's news that Kulamani Ndamane, your former teammate, could be off to Sundowns. Also, former Kaizer Chiefs academy product, very promising centre-back. What do you think? What do you think about him? What was it like playing with him? And do you think that he could and should go on to sort of bigger and better things for himself?
Yeah, but then we're going back to the strategy of Mr. Tim Sukazi. That's his skill. He sees those talented guys, those young guys. They're not playing in Chiefs, not playing in Orlando, not playing in Sundowns, like 17, 18. He scouts them. He sees them. Okay, that guy, that Kulamani, he's a good one. That one is a good one. Kabini went to Molde. Then he picks them up at a young age. They're not playing in that club. He's saying, okay, come to TS Galaxy, we'll give you some minutes, because he believes in those guys. And at the end of the day, he doesn't make lots of mistakes. So, and also Kulimani, he's a defender, a left-footed one. So especially now, lots of teams, they want a left-footed defender, especially in the, like, if you want to have one left-footed center back, one right-footed. And I think also he has the physique. He's fast, young. Why not? So it would be a good move for him to go to Sundowns. I don't know if it's official yet. I'm not informed, but as I said, he's a left-footed center back. He can help with the build-up, especially at Sundowns. You're always building up. They don't kick the ball just to kick the ball. They need, and probably if they don't have a left, I don't know the team, but if they don't have a left-footed center back, he will be an amazing signing for Sundowns, because he has the technique to build up, to give a diagonal ball, to play between the lines. He has quality, the boy. Yeah, it would be a good signing for Sundowns.
All right, so you think he's going right to the top. Dzenan, I need to say a big thank you for joining me and for joining SoccerBeat today. the audience are going to love hearing from you. I think you were one of those players who, even if you don't come back to South Africa, there was a feeling of like, you know, you're a fan favorite. Everyone liked watching you play last season. Therefore, they wanted you to join their club. They wanted you at Chiefs. They wanted you at Pirates too, by the way. Sundowns. So it's been lovely talking to you. And we obviously wish you the best. Anything can happen. There's still a lot of time in this transfer window. So I'm hoping to see you back in South Africa. I'm sure our audience is. So yeah, we're wishing you the best, and hopefully you can get the visa sorted out. Hopefully a deal comes through, and hopefully we got you back in South Africa next season.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me. And I really enjoyed my time in South Africa. I always tell my friends and family here in Bosnia, I said, it was such an amazing time. Like, I enjoyed every minute of it, and I felt at home. I felt like loved. I felt respected. So you'll never know. Maybe I'll go back one day, maybe this season, maybe next season, maybe never. You never know in life, but it was an amazing experience.